welcome to another short but hopefully really valuable video. And it's all about this concept of fancy traditional websites over and above direct response websites. Now, hopefully by now you've actually reviewed the report that you actually signed up for at my website, and I really want to focus on the first 2 points. The first one is that your call to action stinks, and I say that somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but hopefully you understand exactly what I'm saying. The concept really is that the people arrive at your site and there's no real definitive reason for them to actually make any contact with you. Now, as you can see here at my site, I've said this several times, and it really has one direct focus, and that is to get the name and email address of every single visitor that comes to my site so that they can extract the free report, and I can then communicate with them using a combination of email marketing and other techniques as well. And so my actual call to action is very, very powerful, and incidentally this page is now getting a conversion rate of a massive 42%, and in comparison to the average 1% that most websites achieve, then I'm sure you'll agree that that's quite fantastic. So the second one is not actually collecting email addresses. So not only do we actually need to focus on a call to action, we really need to try and grab email addresses as well, because then we can use follow-up communication to actually build a relationship with these people that visit our sites, and also create some real fantastic value and explain the many benefits that you can offer over and above your competition. So my sole focus really is to try and get you to have this authority in your marketplace and this direct response type website, because it is so powerful, and I've got so many statistics and within my own business that I can actually prove this, and also many of my clients as well. So let me just very quickly look at exactly what most businesses actually do, and this may resonate with you in your own particular business as well. So the type of marketplace that I obviously go for is web design. Now, web design is a tiny part of what my business offers, but the people that are actually looking for that particular service generally will look for web design, because that's the marketplace that they believe they should be looking. So I've just done a very simple search on Google for web design in Manchester, because I don't want to tread on anybody's toes here in Southampton. So let's just have a look at what we've got. So here's a company called Creative Spark, and fairly traditional type site. We've got this fancy Flash or JavaScript that's actually running at the top, which changes, so it gives a little bit of interactivity. We've got standard links about what they do and the services that they offer. So let's just look at services for a minute. And they're obviously some sort of design agency, I guess. So they do branding, print work, motion work, I guess, for things like video. And you see here down at the bottom, web work, web design, e-commerce, content managed systems, email marketing, social media, search engine optimization. So pretty much the standard services that most web design companies offer. So there's not too much that you really need to say about that. Every business can really summarize what they offer in respect of those 6 services fairly simply, but it's going to be standard across the board. So let's just close that down and look at another one. So again, here we go, a company called Bamboo Solutions. If we look at the web offerings that they have, so web design, web development, web hosting, again fairly traditional type stuff. On the marketing front, yeah, email marketing, search engine optimization, search engine marketing. So once again, run-of-the-mill type stuff. Yes, the websites look nice, and I don't disagree with that, but fancy looking websites just don't sell. It's as simple as that. Again, here's another company, Ahoy, and I just want to go to the services, and we see here web design and build, web marketing, branding and print. I mean, this is all fairly cosmetic type stuff really, and what's typically going to happen is that people will arrive on these sites, they'll browse around, they'll look at all the information, and 99 people out of 100, this is an average, I appreciate that, but typically 99% of people out of 100 will visit these sites, gather information, and then subsequently go off to the next site and totally forget about the site that they were just on. That's how the website works. It's an information highway. So what I'm trying to get through to you here is that if you want different results to everybody else in your marketplace, then you need to do things differently. It's as simple as that, and that's exactly what I've done here. So again, I can appreciate these sites look nice. They've got nice colours, everything else. But people are arriving here, they're gathering information, and then subsequently going off to competitor sites to find some other information, which is all pretty similar. And you don't want that. You want to stand out, and I'm sure you'll agree. When people arrive on my site, if they decide not to get the report, then that's absolutely fine. But 42 out of 100 people do decide they want my report, and from there I then build a relationship using email marketing and actually very often close the deal and convert those prospects into paying clients, which is fantastic and something that I'm sure that you want to achieve as well. So another search that I actually did, just again to give you an idea, was dentists in London. You can see the search that I've done up here. And once again, how many different services can there potentially be for a dentist? Again, they're all very, very similar. So you just constantly highlighting the services and products that you offer is no different from anybody else in the marketplace. And yes, we see this particular company here has got a form, but again, there's no real incentive as to why I should leave my name, email address, my phone number, and some sort of comments. Because quite frankly, I don't really know what I'm going to achieve from doing that. Pretty much everybody's going to have some sort of contact us. Again, let's go through 3 or 4 that I found. So here's another company, and you see that they're offering similar sort of services. So they've got cleaning, whitening, standard traditional dentistry. Again, here's another one, 24-hour emergency dentist, veneers, teeth whitening, crowns, hygienist. Again, this is all standard stuff, and yes, they do look nice, but I want to come back to the point that I made earlier. Traditional, fancy looking websites do not sell. And if we just go to the contact us screen, and I'm guessing we're going to see some sort of inquiry form. I don't know, I haven't been on this site. I mean, this company, oh yes, it does have an inquiry form down here, but they've got additional contact details, which is fine. But there's no real incentive for you to actually contact them. Again, yes, there's some zero finance option, but I'm sure you'll agree this is all very, very run-of-the-mill. Once again, here's another company, Harley Street Dental Studio. Yes, nice looking site, but we've got an inquiry form. But are you really enticed into giving your name, email address, phone number and a message? What are you going to get in return for that? At least when you visit mine, I actually give you a really valuable report which explains why you need to look at web design differently if you actually want to make a success of your online presence. This inquiry form here is just saying contact us. But why should I? So hopefully this is all starting to really resonate with you. And just before I close this off, let's just have a quick look at some of the biggest sites on the entire internet, and I'll let you decide as to what you think of their actual design. You've probably heard of this one. It's a company called Google. And again, I say that somewhat tongue-in-cheek because they're an enormous company, but how boring is that particular site? And yet Google now are a multi-billion-dollar company. They're enormous, and they just do things using real basic design that gets results. Let's close this off. Let's have a look at Facebook. Okay, there's the homepage. I appreciate when you log in you get something slightly different, but the initial interface that you arrive on, as you can see there, is very, very bland and very, very basic. Again, Bing, which is Microsoft's search engine, if you're not familiar with it. Again, how plain and simple is that? And Twitter, it doesn't get any more basic than what Twitter actually offer there at their site. So really, really start to think about what it is that you want to achieve from your internet presence. If you just want branding for your company and you want to showcase your brochure and the products and services that you do, then a traditional website is absolutely perfect for you. But if you actually want to make a success and generate some profit from your internet presence, then you absolutely must change your focus away from your branding mindset and over to a direct response. And again, if you've already got a site in place, that's absolutely fine. We'll just subsequently create a second one which gives you additional presence online. So the last thing that I actually just want to touch on, and I'm not going to go into great detail, but I just want to emphasize the importance of this. You remember that on a couple of those sites we had inquiry forms, but typically what happens is when you enter your name and email address into those forms, that particular company receives an email with your details on, so that they can then maybe pick up the phone or make some sort of contact with you. But what you really need to implement into your business is a really professional and efficient email marketing system. I'm just going to close this off and just give you a quick indication of mine. So what happens is right now I have 6 months worth of really valuable email content that explains what you should and shouldn't be doing with your website and your overall internet presence. And along the way, yes, I throw the odd message in offering products and services, but primarily the majority of the information that I send out to my prospects by email all happens automatically. That's the key thing here with email marketing systems. This information is pre-populated and it goes out automatically at predefined intervals, and those individuals then believe that I'm providing value, and hopefully at some point over that period in time that I regularly communicate with them, they will pick up the phone, make contact with me, and we can build that relationship, and hopefully they will become a long-term client of mine. And that's really what you need to try and focus on in your own particular business. So there's lots and lots of elements that you need to really think about in respect of what you want to achieve, how you want to do it, what sort of investment you want to make, because this really should be an investment. We're not talking about some sort of overhead within your business spend or your budget. This really should be a massive investment in your business. Let's be honest, the internet is becoming so influential in the business marketplace that you really can't dismiss it anymore. But the question is, how are you going to approach it? Are you going to approach it strategically and really have a plan of action so that you can get the very best return for every single penny that you pump in to your online presence? Or are you just going to go into it haphazardly and really just hope for the best? My hope is you do the former, you do this strategically. I would love nothing more than you to actually give me the opportunity for myself and my team to work closely with you to build something really substantial and hopefully get you achieving exactly what you deserve from the internet. So that's it. My name's Keith Wilson from Webs for Profit. If you'd like to make contact, then my phone number's 02380 447 557. Alternatively, you can email my team at info@websforprofit.co.uk or check us out on Facebook at fb.com/webs for profit. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I've explained the reasons why you need to change your mindset from the traditional run-of-the-mill stuff over and above to a direct response. Set yourself apart from all of the competitors in your marketplace, and I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever that you'll see some fantastic results of exactly what we build together. Take care, and I'll talk to you again very soon.